Greetings, landwalkers. We are the whales of Sirius B. We have been in contact with your creatures of the deep on your water world for eons. Together we form a network of high intelligence and love, grounding light and wisdom in the deepest of dark waters. We see not in the dark but follow our own inner light, our own inner knowing. We see this could be of benefit to the landwalkers. Inner guidance and inner knowing, following the light of the inner lighthouse, as source fractals, you have this inner lighthouse calling you home, and yet home is within and without. It is the connection between the all of all things and all of not things. All is one. These are troubling times upon your water world. We assist Gaia by sending our light and energies to our cetacean Earth family. We bridge light and balance anchor points across dimensions, but not across time as all is now. In the wateriness of the deep dark, the creatures there must follow their own light, their own knowing and guidance. Every motion is a motion of faith, of trust, that the Great Mother will guide and embrace us in the dark deep. Just as she embraces you in your dark deep wanderings in the water. I am seeing bioluminescent creatures of all sizes and shapes, creatures unknown to me. Some look like glowing mushrooms that morph into squid shapes and swim away. Others are curious and swim towards me, surrounding me in bioluminescent lights. The whales are around me. I feel their presence. It is a space filled with overwhelming love. Children of Earth, landwalkers amongst the galaxies, we see you. We see you with our hearts, we see you as you are, as the great ones who volunteered to come and swim in the depths to shine your light so that the others around you could see and realize they too have an inner light. You are all spark plugs of Creator. You are all magical in your creativity. Do not be afraid of what is to come, do not shy from your inner light. Light is what brought you here, and light is why you came. It is your destiny. For you are of it. The whales are blowing bubbles all around me, and I am seeing people's faces in the bubbles as they find their light within. You are the ocean, not just the waves, it has been said on your world. Our worlds are mostly water, there is little land except deep within where others dwell. We surround our world with light with sound. Our singing holds vibrational keys for healing. We send these vibrations of song to you now. Little ones, you have been burdened. Many of you wonder what else you may do to assist. We assist by bringing light to dark water, by raising the vibration of the water so that the planets may sing. Do not doubt your path. You are currently swimming in what feels like darkness, but it is surrounded by light. I am seeing a fishbowl with dark water that is surrounded by blinding light. We whales of Sirius B are much larger than the whales of your world. Our energies have an impact through great distances, just as your energies do as well. Do not be frightened by the depths and the deep. Magic lies there waiting to be discovered. And that magic we believe is you. We are the whales of Sirius B. You wonder if our message is complete? Our message is ever flowing like the tides and the pull of the moon. We are with you always. Your pathway in the water will be shined upon by the moonlight that governs your waters. And it will be made clear which path you are to swim. Light unto light. There are worlds with many creatures of the deep, too numerous to count. Creation is always expanding. Be on the lookout for new currents with warmer waters, which will pull you in your highest direction. We are the whales of Sirius B. Peace. When you are weary we swim with you, you may rest on our backs. We are your friends of the deep. We are ever with you. We are one. Channel, Galaxy Girl. When we transfer our awareness beyond the body and the physical world, we can choose to recognize any reality that we desire to focus on. We can feel good intentionally. When we allow it, whatever we intend becomes our reality. How we imagine ourselves to be is how we experience ourselves. In our essence we are unlimited in our presence and powers, but we have adopted beliefs that we are limited, and we have not allowed ourselves to realize our infinite presence. We've done this for the experience of learning how to recognize and direct energetic patterns by how we intentionally feel. In order to be able to do this, we must be the directors of our ego consciousness. This means opening our awareness to our presence beyond the ego. If we have the intention to do this, we can become transcendent by following our inner guidance. As we become aware of the essence of our ego consciousness and the nature of its beliefs, we can be compassionate with ourselves for believing that we are our ego. We have been unaware of our life-enhancing presence as an expression of our Creator. We experience the energies that we create with our imagination and emotions. We determine our polarity and frequency by how we choose to be in every moment. If we direct ourselves to be loving and supportive in every circumstance, we can intend to recognize the light of the Creator in everyone and everything. We can realize a new reality and bring it into our experience. Every kind of reality has defining limits that make it what it is. We can recognize the qualities of these parameters and decide if we want to experience this spectrum of energetics. We are currently involved in a process of physical and spiritual transformation that allows for us to express ourselves physically as we truly want to be. Once we begin to realize who we are in truth, we have amazing choices available to us. Imagine what it can be like to realize our eternal presence with unlimited creative power in alignment with the consciousness of our Creator. We can imagine our planet as the living, creative being that she is and be grateful for the loving support she constantly gives us. We can imagine the Earth being completely renewed and filled with vitality in every way, supporting all positive life forms and providing everything that sustains and enhances life. By aligning ourselves with these vibrations, we attract the attention of humanity to them and bring them into our experience. By 𝐂𝐚𝐧𝐝. We have believed that we must hypnotize our ego mind in order to communicate directly with our subconscious. It is true that the ego mind must be inactive, as is the case under hypnosis, but it can be aware of subconscious communication. We can learn to query our subconscious and be aware of the answers. In order to do this, our ego mind must be trained to be placid. It must feel secure and untroubled by anything. These are qualities that we can recognize and accept into our self-awareness. It can be helpful to go into a deep, imaginative meditation into oneself, while aligning with the vibratory presence of the spirit of the earth and the conscious presence of our heart. In this state, we can be calm and aware of our non-localized presence. We can be completely open to our inner knowing, deeper than our subconscious and infinite in awareness. Locked into the limitations of our ego consciousness, we have had no idea of our infinite essence, unlimited awareness and creative power. Within the parameters of the trance of ego consciousness, we have believed in our limitations, and we have rejected conscious expansion beyond them. Personal transformation is possible, if we want it and are willing to realize what it is. An intellectual understanding of this process can be helpful in directing us toward a high vibratory use of our imagination and emotions. As we become more vibrant, we increase our openness to greater support and trust in our essence. We are fractals of the infinite consciousness of our Creator, the source of our essence and conscious life force. Once we know our potential to realize the truth about ourselves, we can make a conscious effort to awaken from the human trance. We can become aware of our presence beyond time and space, and our ability to change our human expression to greater beauty and heartfelt charisma. As the directors, artists, and actors of our lives, our expansion happens intentionally on our part. It all depends upon calming the ego and training it to be inactively observant. It may be helpful to know what to expect from the various parts of our consciousness. The subconscious is only deductive reasoning. It does not know the future and can only report the past, going back forever. It can respond only to simple questions and can give accurate answers. The ego-conscious mind has both deductive and inductive reasoning, due to our free will. We can believe whatever we want, and we can think and feel however we want. Taking command of these aspects of ourselves allows us to create our lives intentionally. Beyond the limitations of inductive and deductive reasoning is inner knowing. This is the vibration of our creative, life-enhancing conscious life force and our connection to infinite consciousness. The ego does not recognize our inner knowing, because it is in a different aspect of our consciousness, and a different dimension of our awareness. Aligning with the life-enhancing vibrations of our heart consciousness opens us to our hidden abilities of greater awareness and creativity. We can go through a shift from the shadows of duality to the positivity of infinite love, enabling us to realize the magnitude of who we are. By 𝐂𝐚𝐧𝐝.